Hello, I'm Michael Boyanchin, and I'm going to be talking about one of my upcoming books. Again, the title is Let's Go Camping, gazing deeply into the campfire of love, okay? And that's a reference to when I got ill, and we used to go camping, just Jerry and I, and she'd build these big fires at night, and I'd just stare into them, healing myself somehow. But anyhow, I touched on camping when I wrote the book about our weekend home in Margaretville, which was party central. That's when we stopped camping, when we got the weekend home. But basically, I did not talk about our heavy-duty camping in that book, which is in the Adirondacks, which is 1/5 the size of New York State. It's an incredible mixed-use European-style forest preserve, as is the Catskills. The same idea went into the Catskills, and everything inside is called the Blue Line. And again, some things are private and some things are public and untouchable for the most part, although it is contested terrain. Somehow you get these loonies up there, they want to put up a factory or something, and why in the Catskills, why in the Adirondacks, why not somewhere else? Who the heck knows? They're crazy people. Anyhow, we used to go camping with Jerry's sister Stacy and her children, and the one time when we did have a major bear encounter was we were camping with it was Jerry and I, my late wife, and Stacy and her son Derek. And in case you are interested, there's a great book to read about bears, and it's called Bear Attacks, Their Causes and Avoidance. And what you learn in this book is that what you do for a grizzly bear works for the grizzly bear, but not for the black bear, and vice versa. So if you play dead, that'll fool a grizzly bear, but not a black bear. The black bear will stop munching on you. Okay, so you got these two things going on, but luckily in the East, all we have is black bear. Anyhow, and again, they're harmless, really. Usually whistleblowing, clapping hands, banging pots, shouting, they'll run off. If you see, the only time you should be nervous is if you see it with cubs. They get very protective then. But anyhow, our first night at the campground, and it's in the central Adirondacks. And by the way, I want to do a tip of the hat to former Governor George Pataki. He added 1 million acres to the Adirondack Forest Preserve, and large amounts also to the Catskills. But the Adirondacks, he really boosted up the acreage. And again, it's the Catskills are one thing, the Adirondacks another. It's almost pure wilderness up there, even though it is mixed use. I mean, we climbed up Sawyer Mountain once, and the overlook. You're overlooking 30 square miles of wilderness. There's nothing in there except trees and animals. It's quite incredible. But the first night at our campground, Jerry always used to chase the raccoons away from the cooler. And, everyone followed Jerry. I turned Jerry on to camping, but she became such an adept camper that she surpassed me in the camping skills. And if there was a problem at the campground, they wouldn't look at me, they'd look at her for the answer. So, hey, that was okay, But, and she made one heck of a campfire also. So Derek emulates her, and he hears something on the other side of the picnic table, and he goes to chase away the raccoons. He comes running back, it's bear, bear, bear. So we break all the rules, and instead of just slowly walking to the car, we all run to the car. We're lucky nothing happened. Got in the car, saw the bear. Got out of the car and came up with a plan that we'd get a picture of the bear by sitting in the car until it came back. And when it did come back, it went right past my side of the car, and its shoulder was as high as my side view mirror. It was gigantic, and you could see the matted fur. It must have been in the lake or something, which is what our campground was on. This is a great campground, by the way, Lake Durant. If you can get in there, try to. I think you can advance. You could book in advance up to 11 months, which I would do. It's so popular, and make sure you get one of the lakeside sites. And they deliver canoes to your campsite every day if you want to go canoeing, and you have to pay for it, of course. But anyhow. So we're going to take pictures, right? I jumped the gun and squeezed my camera. Again, this is film age. And the flash goes off. I never have the flash set. But what it did is it bounced off the windshield and ruined everybody's pictures. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, but Derek was a little mad at me. Anyhow, we did get pictures of the gigantic paw print. And we did see it over by my sister-in-law, Stacy's campsite, by the picnic table there. And it was the size of the picnic table, like a small Volkswagen almost. Why wouldn't you get a picture of that one? I don't know. It must have been, I don't know, whatever. The fun began that night when the bear started running wild through the campgrounds. If a bear wants your cooler, you just give it to him. You do not fight the bear for your cooler. Well, one of our neighbors had a cooler full of shrimp and refused to relinquish it to the bear and ended up in a tug of war, which he lost. And luckily, he managed to get away without losing an arm or something to the bear. Let him have the shrimp, really. And then he had the bears are running wild. They're brushing against our tent, and Jerry's like throwing toothpaste out the front of the tent. All the things you're supposed to do. My bear whistle, I go to blow it thinking this is going to solve the problem. It doesn't work. Make sure you check your bear whistle. For some reason, my bear whistle didn't work. And we banged and pots, nothing there. And it ended up that Stacy and Derek were in their campground, and we were in ours. And we were shouting out, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And meanwhile, the bears are running all over the place. But anyhow, that's one of our bear encounters. And again, it sounds like a lot of fun. It is scary, though. They are very big animals. And don't mess with them. And again, if they want your cooler, just give it to them. And again, if you're hiking along, make noise. That scares them off. They're very timid normally. Okay, if you see them with a cub, though, they may be a little aggressive because they are being protective. But anyhow, I hope you enjoy the book when it comes out, and happy camping. Bye.